On 19th February 1943, a German submarine departed from the city of Kiel, Germany. Although it carried the Nazi soldiers in it, an Indian was also present among them, an Indian whose name was Matsuda. This submarine was tasked with the mission to travel southward, to go around Africa and transfer Mr. Matsuda to a Japanese submarine. It sounds easy, but it was not without danger. The sea route was full of British ships, and this was during the World War II, when Germany and Japan were fighting against the British. On 26 April 1943, after a journey of about 2.5 months, when this German submarine reached the coast of Madagascar, a Japanese submarine was spotted in front of it, but the sea was so stormy that it could have been dangerous for these two submarines to get closer. So for the next 2 days, these submarines kept moving in parallel. Finally, when the weather cleared, Mr. Matsuda emerged from the submarine. On a small raft, paddling and drenched, he reached the Japanese submarine, where he was welcomed by Captain Masao Teraoka. You may be wondering why these German and Japanese submarines were helping an Indian during World War II. This is because Mr. Matsuda is none other than our Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. Unknowingly, perhaps, during this historic journey, he became the first Indian to travel in a submarine. Subhash Chandra Bose is one of the greatest freedom fighters of India, and his story is full of such amazing stories. How he escaped under the nose of the British government, went to Germany, met Hitler, went to Russia and Japan, met the Japanese Prime Minister, went to Singapore, formed his own army, and even while staying outside India, he launched the biggest war on the British government occupying India. Let's understand his story in this video. Let's start our story with 1939, the year when World War II started. Viceroy Lord Linlithgow declared war on behalf of India without consulting any Indian. This was an embarrassing situation for Congress, and under the Government of India Act, Congress had some control over the ministries, and so they resigned from their positions. Meanwhile, Subhash Chandra Bose was organizing his own party, the Forward Bloc. Although this party was formed from within the Congress, but by the year 1940, it was separated from the Congress's main organization. There were 2 reasons behind this. First, Subhash Chandra Bose was becoming too vocal about his leftist ideology, which wasn't appreciated by the other leaders of Congress. And the second reason was that Bose wanted to use World War II for India's benefit. He wanted to take action quickly, and breaking off from Congress had become a necessity for him. In July 1940, Bose was leading a march in Calcutta, because of which he was arrested by the British government. Being in jail, he challenged the government by launching a hunger strike. "Release me, or I shall refuse to live," he made a straightforward announcement. In 1940, he was languishing in prison, so he gave an ultimatum to the British government and undertook a fast unto death. Gradually, his health deteriorated, and in just 1 week, the government decided to release him from jail and put him under house arrest. The government did not want to be blamed if Subhash Chandra Bose were to die in jail, so they thought that as long as he was in poor health, he should be under house arrest. And as soon as his health improved, they wanted to throw him back in jail. But Netaji was devising his own plans. His plan was to go to Germany and ask the Germans for help to fight against the British. But how could he reach Germany? Bose contacted a communist organization in Punjab to find out if there was a way to cross the border and reach Germany secretly. He was told that there was a way to enter through Afghanistan and go to the Soviet Union. From there, he could go to Germany. On 16th of January 1941, at around 1:30 a.m., when the city was sleeping, Netaji sneaked out of his house with his nephew Shishir Kumar Bose. He was in disguise. He was pretending to be an insurance agent, Muhammad Ziauddin. Together with Shishir, they drove through the dark all night and reached Dhanbad at around 8:30 a.m. They spent a night at Shishir's brother Ashok's house, and the next day from the nearby Gomo station, Bose boarded the train Kalka Mail. This train reached Delhi first, and there he took another train to go to Peshawar, the frontier mail. In Peshawar, he was received by the provincial leader of the forward bloc, Mian Akbar Shah. The next step was to leave the territory occupied by the British. To do this, he changed his disguise. Instead of Muhammad Ziauddin, he became a deaf and mute Pathan man. It was necessary to be deaf and mute because Bose could not speak Pashto.